Hey, Kurt here, and I want to talk to you today about how to pick a Shopify theme, what the appropriate Shopify theme to use is, when to use a custom theme versus a regular theme, what your options are, free themes, premium themes, where to get your theme from, how to customize your theme, just the general questions I hear all the time from new and prospective store owners about Shopify theming. So that's what we're going to go over today. Let's roll. Okay, so when you're talking about themes for your Shopify store, the theme is how the site looks and feels. Generally, the user experience, user interface is in the Shopify theme. And there are lots of free themes. Most of them are developed by Shopify themselves. They're good, but bare bones. They're reliable, they look good. Okay, cool. But for, say, $140, you can upgrade to a premium theme. Now, a premium theme is a theme that has been vetted by Shopify to meet their strict quality standards. There's, at any time, there's no more than 50. For a long time now, they've kept it to a limited number, and they kick themes out and add maybe 1 or 2 themes a month, and then we'll archive an old theme. It's extremely selective, which is why you could throw a dart, pick a premium theme, and probably get a good one. However, not all premium themes are made alike. I would suggest sticking to some trusted developers who have several themes that get good reviews. Now, all themes are going to have a few bad reviews in there because of people's strange expectations. And they're like, why does this website not print cheeseburgers on demand? And you're like, well, because that's an entirely unrealistic demand. And they're like, 1-star review. So that stuff does happen. Take it with a grain of salt. But of trusted developers, my favorite, it is no secret, is Out of the Sandbox. I've had Brad Miller from Out of the Sandbox on my podcast, and I really enjoy the themes they put out. Just really high quality, easy to customize, very flexible, good themes. And my favorites, right now, Turbo. So it's not in the theme store, but I trust the developer. It's $350. Wow! I have a coupon code for it for 20% off because I promote this thing so often as my favorite theme that Brad gave me a coupon for you guys. It's podcast 20. Will get you 20% off that theme. I also love, probably my go-to for the longest time was Retina or Parallax, both themes by Out of the Sandbox. And you can get those in the Shopify theme store. I think they're $140, don't quote me on it, around there. They're great themes. But the theme is really only as good as the setup. So you're going to want to make sure that it looks polished. Whatever the weakest piece of content, design element, whatever is on your website, that's going to diminish the theme. So after you've set the theme up, go back through it. Make sure you don't have anything that looks hokey, cheesy, or amateur. Now, the big kahuna option is, the Cadillac option is a custom theme. A custom theme development is time-consuming, expensive, and rarely is it going to have a tremendous ROI to justify it. So for me to design and develop a custom theme, we recently did one that we did only development, no design, and we didn't have to do all of the testing. That was $15,000. To do design and development, I would expect $25,000 for a serious effort on a custom premium theme. I think they're really reserved for like special cases or where you just have to have something unique for it to make sense, or a big brand where they're doing so much revenue that spending $25,000 to have something custom and unique to them is worthwhile. Now, the crazy part about custom themes is oftentimes they are not as flexible or customizable as a standard Shopify theme. Not necessarily always, but typically if you are installing or researching a custom theme, it's because you have some very bespoke requirements that you just can't achieve with other themes, that will probably limit some like design, functionality, sections, etc. Like the standard your DIY settings in a theme can be limited by some of these custom feature requests. So I think for the vast majority of people, a custom theme does not make sense. The path I advocate is start with a premium theme. You know, for a few $100s, you really get, it's much better than a free theme, and you should be able to recoup that. Use that theme for 6 months, a year, 18 months, something where you can really get a feel for, all right, we've validated our business, we've grown our business, we've scaled our business. One of possibly the single best performing store that I'm working with at present has an old, fairly outdated premium theme, and they're just doing tremendous revenue, multiple millions a year, just outstanding stuff. So, with that said, at their scale, they could invest, if you start with a premium theme for $150, a year later, you've got a store that's doing $1 million. A year after that, you've got a store that's doing $5 million a year. Okay, then spending $25,000 on a custom theme to get exactly what you want is a no-brainer. It makes sense. Why not go for it? And at that scale, a theme that's 10% more polished will easily yield a higher ROI on your current work. So no, I think absolutely start with a premium theme, go with a trusted developer. I like Out of the Sandbox, Turbo, Retina, Parallax. Pick the one that you feel fits your brand and your products. But that's where I would start. And if you need someone to help you set that theme up, oh look, I could do that. You could apply to work with me, ethercycle.com/apply. Otherwise, man, give it a try. I have faith in you. I much prefer working with people who have at least tried to set up a theme once or twice themselves, and that way we have a much stronger footing to get started on. So, thank you. I hope that helped, and have a great weekend. Hey, I know I had ended the video earlier, but I wanted to add some more stuff. I was filling up the car, and I realized I didn't tell you guys how I was coming up with these experiences, what the logic was behind it. This is what I see separating successful and unsuccessful stores. So I see stores that never start, or they launch their store with a hugely expensive theme. They're just starting, they've dug themselves a hole out of the gate. And this is what the bad business owners do. They come to me, they say, I don't have an e-commerce store, I don't have a Shopify store, we're going to launch one, it's going to be the best thing ever, even though we haven't validated it, we're absolutely convinced. And by the way, with no rhyme or reason, here are the 50 features that we've decided our store must have to be successful. And then you go back and forth with them, and you're like, well, okay, I'll talk you off the ledge, let's only do these 40 features. And then if you go through with it, you build them this crazy monster that has these 40 features, and it doesn't work because they never validated the business, then they're like, well, if only I had these 10 other features, then my business would be successful. And no, it doesn't work like that. Chasing shiny toys never got anyone anywhere. The pattern I see in very successful stores is extremely consistent. They start out either with a free theme and then upgrade to a premium theme, or they just start out the gate with a premium theme, and they validate the business and they grow it. And then as they do, they start discovering pains or problems, obstacles to growing the business. Say a customer service issue. And then they'll look for ways to customize the theme. So an example is tacticalbabygear.com. They've just got a standard premium theme, hugely successful business. Really proud of those guys. And they sell out of their stuff all the time. And this creates confusion and some gnashing of teeth with customers. So they customized the theme. We put like a low inventory indicator so that people knew when stuff was running low on stock. Anytime something is out of stock, you could back order it. And then we make it abundantly clear in 3 different places, hey, it's back ordered. So, when your stuff doesn't show up in a week, don't be surprised. And that really helped reduce the volume of customer service requests they were getting, and then helped them to focus those time and resources back into growing the business. So that's anecdotal, but it is what I see as the consistent pattern to stores and to the successful stores and how they're growing their businesses. So as always, I hope that helps. comment below. Check out more info in the description for other resources to grow your business. But comment, let me know what struggles you're facing and how I can help in future videos. Thanks.